Hardwear.io 2026. We have James DeLuccia here, who is in charge of all of platform security for Honeywell.
Well, I
How do
am
you sleep at night? I mean, honestly.
I would say I get to work with a very large team. I'm on the engineering side,
Yeah.
so it's pretty awesome. So we build all the products. And so anything that comes out of Honeywell, whether you're on automations and now, for me on Forge platforms and AI and all these connected systems, it goes to our team. Right. So we 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 try to sleep.
How many products did you ship last year?
So I oversaw about 1,000.
Yeah.
So, but Honeywell,
Right.
2,500, we probably
Yeah.
did total.
Yeah.
And that's everything, like new
Yeah.
products,
Yeah.
updates of products,
Yeah.
all the things.
All kinds of IoT and industrial systems and
All
commercial
this life
systems and
safety,
yeah. Yeah.
digital,
Yeah.
mobile apps,
Yeah.
sensors, all the
Do you
things.
do you get like do you come to Hardware IO just to sort of re-terrify yourself every few months, or
It
you getting ideas? Like
Getting
what?
ideas, right? Like
Yeah.
what's interesting in the last two talks I sat through, there was a lot of conversation about very specific considerations.
Mhm, mhm,
And it, when we make products, you have to come up with assumptions and you have to have a standard around that.
mhm,
And so when they're challenging those assumptions and the way we're thinking about it here, it kind of unlocks it a little bit
mhm,
differently. And
mhm.
so that is very helpful from my perspective,
Right.
right? Because I need to be thinking about those things.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that's what's been very interesting. And people are being very practical. Like, oh, it does this, and because it does this, I can make this happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Take some notes. Okay, so you live in Atlanta
Yes,
and you like steak.
I do.
And so
Big fan.
what are you working on with the farms? This is just sort of
Yeah. So for
on a
fun,
personal note.
yeah. So there's lots of farmlands around, obviously in the country. It's amazing. And in Georgia, I work with a family-owned farm that's
Mhm.
been around before we were a country, which is pretty
Wow.
cool, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
258 years or 259 years in that family,
Mhm,
and same family,
mhm,
same, the whole thing is really cool. And 6,000 acres.
mhm.
And so we've been working with them on and off on making it more regenerative. And what's beautiful about that is you look at some land and the creek might be kind of like chemically and gross. Once you work on it and we're not like running cleaners through the water or anything, but just let the cows be cows,
Mhm,
rotate the cows off, like mow the hay down, like everybody eating the poop, eating the poop.
mhm. Yeah.
That land and those creeks are now crystal clear in 3
Mm.
years. So
Oh,
nature completely reset from
yeah.
all the chemicals. And there's red clovers growing, which
Mhm.
hadn't grown in the area for
Those are
forever.
beautiful. Yeah.
And the neighbor was worried
Mhm.
because the honeybees were leaving his hives and coming over
Oh.
and then coming back all red. And I
Ah,
was like, what is going on? And because it hadn't happened in a long time.
you're like red
So
clovers going on.
yeah, so just
Yeah.
it's fun to like work with things like that.
Okay, when you say "we," this is not Honeywell. This is
No,
your
no, it's not. This is
personal.
personal
Yeah. Yeah.
adventure. This
Yeah.
is, meeting an awesome person and then
Yeah.
them saying, oh, well, I work on a farm, or,
Yeah.
oh, we package meat and we sell it at a
Mhm.
farmer's market. And they're like, where did that come from? And just kind of
Yeah.
asking how you can help.
Yeah.
And then next minute you find yourself standing on a farm with like
Yeah.
hundreds of year old stuff.
You're like reverse engineering how your food gets to your table.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you using sensors at all in this? Or are you
Um,
going off grid?
it's all off grid.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool because when you get organic,
Mhm.
everything gets very basic,
Mhm.
right? It's just big machines,
Mhm.
steel rolling through fields
Yeah.
and making sure the cows are healthy and making sure the predators stay away. Like it's really now you could watch the farmers, you got to walk and they got to look at the water and they're looking at the crops, the health and all that. Could you use sensors? Sure. Um, they don't on
Mhm.
6,000 acres,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Yeah, it's pretty
Pretty
big.
wild. You could
Yeah.
do a lot of tech, but
Yeah.
so.
Well, is there anything that people should be thinking about from your perspective, either as they're hacking
Yeah.
hardware or protecting hardware? Like any advice from you?
Yeah, I think the advice would be if you're on the penetration side and
Mhm.
and finding problems is obviously we'd love for you to follow
Call
good
me.
disclosure. Call us, security@honeywell.com or anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Um, but follow good disclosure, right? Like there's good people and some people that aren't great at it. That's very helpful. Understand that hardware is hard to fix fast,
Mhm.
right? Sometimes these things are 10, 20, 40 years old.
Yeah.
And so just being sympathetic and like providing ideas is always really beneficial. And if you're trying to protect it, like we build security manuals and
Mhm.
like we deploy it to be secure, but at environment shift and environments
Yeah.
change and
Yeah.
suddenly the network architecture is different. I would just ask that I think the best thing you can do is limiting access to these things, as basic as it sounds, is
Right.
literally the best
Right.
thing. Like if that was
Yeah.
meant to be on a radio tower
Right.
200 feet in the sky
Right.
and you put it on the ground,
Right.
we didn't have that assumption.
Not only that, but you have instruments that have been out literally before the internet existed,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So,
So, and
yeah.
people were making them internet connected,
Yeah.
and some things have no IP, like no internet protocol at all.
Yeah.
And people see it and they're like, oh, that has a web server on it, and
Mhm.
you're like, it doesn't possibly have a web server on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's really understanding the technology. I think if you're working with organizations
Mhm.
like people here are doing, their manuals are online.
Mhm.
Like you can get these devices pretty easily, but really understanding the environment. There's a lot of we call insecure protocols
Mhm.
that exist, but they're operational standards for the industry.
Mhm.
And it's something we're working to push
Yeah.
the industry and
Yeah.
like going more secure. And
Mhm.
that just takes time though,
Yeah.
right? Like you're doing like one organization has almost 20, 30,000 of these devices, right? That's not a change overnight thing. That's
Right.
years of work
Right.
to really make sure it can transition properly.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, hardware makes fixes are a little slower.
Yeah. You, like, have patience.
But it's
Yeah.
but it's informed and
Yeah.
we like I treat it very aggressively. Anytime we,
Mhm.
we talk to researchers, it's
Mhm.
what do we need to understand? How did you
Yeah.
see it? What are you concerned with?
Mhm.
And then when you look at how do we build it?
Mhm.
How can we fix it? But also is, we're trying to life safety,
Yeah.
right? And so the whole point is, what do we need to do to make sure the planet is okay, right? And so that's always our frame is we're always going to do the right thing. We're always going to release all the fixes, but it's like, what do I need to do to like stop the bad from happening
Mhm.
while we figure out the
Yeah.
silicon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd like to have a mitigation in place.
something, at
Yeah.
least something.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard though, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes these things are just
Yeah.
raw and basic and 30 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Thank you,
Well,
James. I
thank you.
appreciate it. And,
Thanks for being here.
have fun at the panel you're about to be on.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Cheers.